Hey guys, so this is really a video of covering an event I went to. I went to one of the invasion events for at Warhammer World, where it was Belfast against Dublin. And this video is to show the 1250 points that I brought to the tournament. And this is really my first tournament, so it motivated me to get some models finished. I know in all my previous Imperial Fist videos I always said this is not finished yet. Well, this is sort of what my finished state is of the 1250 you're gonna see. There's some minor touch-ups on the two vehicles, but besides that, so yeah, this is my HQ, my converted HQ. Unless if you haven't guessed it yet, this is my Vulcan Histon in Imperial Fist style. So he has his relic blade, spear of Vulcan. He has a 3-up in-one save instead of the what's it called, the cloak. And he has his heavy flamer equivalent. So I magnetized his arm so I could better paint him inside here. So bits from all over: Grey Knight, Forge World, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Metal, Fist Shoulders, Black Templars, Terminator, Chaos Rhino, Combi Flamer. A bit of everything on this guy. So yeah, here's my HQ, and he did far better than I expected. I was up against a Imperial Guard infantry army, and he just fried first time he came out of his drop pod, he took out 9 of 10 stormtroopers. Then next turn he grilled 14 guardsmen before charging in, and then proceeded to kill 3 characters in that huge squad. And the rest of my army did similarly well, but I'll show you that. I've shown you this guy and I won't drag all of this out. So that was my HQ choice. So this is one of my troop choices. 10-man tactical squad with a flamer and a missile launcher. Sergeant just has chainsword and bolt pistol. And their dedicated transport, a Razorback, just naked Razorback. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just explain this squad's purpose. This and my Aegis line, I'll just show you that in a minute, was the only thing that was on the board turn 1. I ended up going second all turns, I think, because I wanted to see where he deployed so I can get in there. So these guys just held out. But yeah, the tactics of it was that Sergeant was manning my quart gun, getting precision shots if he shot at squads. The rest were just there. In one game I did break this off as a combat squad. This was just, my Razorback was just there to provide fire support. And because I had some points spare. So yeah, these guys are yeah. So yeah, fortunately I didn't face any fires, which was lucky. Let's see, probably want to see some of this stuff up close. So this is the sort of stuff I'm going with. The battle damage, put down some brown, and then I paint almost up to the edge of it with the old chainmail. There's a few touch-ups I need to do on the lenses still. Forge World doors, Black Templar bits here and there. It's just filled with bits over. And there's a painted inside, but hard to show on this. Mudded up. They're Imperial Fists. They're supposed to be nice and dirty. They're not. They've been fighting for a while and holding on. Sorry, my hand keeps cutting into the light. I'll just do a quick show of some of the models. So yeah, Flamer, he's nice and sooty from this. And the same with the missile launcher. It doesn't have autofocus my camera. Yeah, just some basic tactical marines. So, go on to my second troop choice. No, actually, just quickly show the Aegis defense line. Yeah, so normally I don't do the whole tournament thing, but I figured if I were to go to one, I should have a tournament list. And I went with the old Salamanders thing. I know it's a bit sell-out and all this cheesy stuff, and it's just standard. It's not original, I know. But I just wanted to try to see if I could do it. And if I failed, it was just gonna be humiliating, you know. But I'll tell you the results at the end. So yeah. My Aegis line here. Certainly will. Also have some pictures and maybe a bit of video at the end of my of what I did. So this is my second troop choice, another 10-man tactical squad with a melta gun, and a multi-melta. See, it's not that bad. Their dedicated transport is a drop pod, so it's not that bad with a heavy weapon in there because it is twin linked with Vulcan, so I can just go up and I'll have 2 chances of hitting something. And a sergeant with a combi melta. I'll do some focused close-ups later or some pictures at the end. So yeah, that's the squad, and I have 3 of these. I'll just quickly show. I'll show an entire overview at the end of my army. So yeah, there's a drop pod. 2 of these are not entirely finished yet. It's hard to show on this camera. Yeah, it has the same battle damage and weathered up in the bottom. I'll show an overview at the end, but it's not entirely finished on the inside yet. A bit plain and boring, and I didn't bring any. I didn't put the insides in. Just a plain old stone bolter inside, and they actually did fairly well. Just shooting at stuff throughout the game. No one targeted the drop pods. So I'll go onto my elites, and I can actually just grab it in here. And Ironclad Dreadnought. I lost this guy with heavy flamer and a melta gun. Yeah, he's magnetized, as you can see. So yeah, I did mess up the way I used this guy, but all in all, I'd say he still might have earned his points every game. First game, his first shot was a melta to the face of Lucius the Eternal, and turned out he was not quite eternal. He died. He failed his lookout, sir, and failed his invuln. So pretty much first shot was first blood. Alright, so I'll go on to my second elite squad and I'll be right back. Table's getting a bit crowded, but here is my second elite squad, or choice. Oh, forgot to mention the Ironclad. He had a drop pod as well. So did these guys, and Vulcan accompanied them. So these are 10-man Stern Guard squad, of course. 5 combi meltas, 5 combi flamers. And in all games I combat squatted them up. So I put the combi melta on the sergeant in case that he made a precision shot, whereas you can't with the flamer. So just a small thing if you want to use that tip. So we can quickly take a look at some of these. I did make a tutorial on how I made some of these combi weapons. I've made a few more since. No, it's not entirely focused. Yeah, so these guys, they are sort of a suicide squad, but they earned their points. I don't know if they earned their points value every game, but they did enough so that basically they drop down along with the Ironclad. They insure me with the twin-linked First Blood. They also give me a line breaker straight away, so he has to remove me, sort of. And like I said, in the first game it also gave me Warlord, so I was up by 3 and he was left fighting for that in the end. So I like that. It gives you 3 points straight away if you can get it, or 2 at least. Third game, yeah, I took out 2 Vindicators, I think. One with the Dreadnought, one with the Stern Guard squad. So 2 Vindicators out and 1250 points before they can do any damage. I'll take that. And I also took out 3 Scout squads with Flamers. Vulcan took care of one by himself. My Flamer guys, they fired across 2 units, forced a morale check on one, and outright destroyed another. So yeah, he was pretty much tabled before it was his turn. He did still have Lysander and a Terminator squad, which brought some pain, and he also had some Stern Guards and a Razorback, but still he was pretty. He had a fierce list, but he was neutered by the time it was his turn, basically. So yeah, I think I'll do an overview now, so you can see all of it. I might do some tactics coming up later, but I know this video is going to be long as it is, so I can talk about that in another video maybe. Do a tactics series. So, sorry for this shaky camera. I don't really have a tripod that can capture all of this, but I'll try to be nice and gentle. So this was my entire list. Tacticals, Melta squad, Combi Melta, Molta Melta, Drop Pod with this Stormbolter, Ironclad Dreadnought with Melta, Heavy Flamer, Ironclad Assault Launchers. I actually forgot to use the cover save that it gives me because defensive grenades. Not that I think it would have mattered much. Drop Pod, standard. The 10-man Stern Guard squad with the Combi Meltas and Combi Flamers. Drop Pod, Stormbolter. My Vulcan has done. Sorry for the over bright light. I have really bad light setup, I know. And then 10-man squad in an Aegis with Flamer, rocket launcher, missile launcher, just a plain Razorback. So yeah, I'll just talk a bit before I put in the pictures at the end. I don't think I'll bother doing a voiceover. I'm sorry guys. Like I said, if you guys want to, let me know if I should do some tactics or small tips. They won't be, but let me know what you want really. If I should go in depth or just small tips or whatever. I have several different armies. I think I know them pretty well of how they work. Now normally I don't do this whole tournament thing, but I think it's safe to say it went pretty well. I had 3 games. I won 2 of them. This was the highest scoring game. I had the first one drawn. I am not sure. I'd say that I won the one, but we sort of disagreed on a few things, and since it was a friendly match and I was there to have fun, we both sort of suggested at the same time that we call it a draw, and we shook hands on that, and I am happy with that. So that result, along with there's a lot of other factors in these invasion games. I can link to the rule pack if you want to. in the liner notes, but there is other factors in here like painting and like squad markings and all that. Squad markings I didn't bother doing with these because basically I love converting, as you might have seen on a few things, except my tactical marines, so I didn't bother doing squad markings on them. I might go in and do that, you know, afterwards, but for right now I didn't do that. I probably didn't show this enough. I'll go through and make some independent videos of some of these things at a later stage. But yeah, I finished in second place, which I'm fairly happy with, even with that draw, and I did pretty well in pretty much all categories. So I'm happy with that, and I did of course receive a small trophy thingy. I'll just put that in the back, or yeah, not in the background, just show you this nice trophy thingy. It's one of the things I got. So yeah, that's my 1250. I have since gone completely nuts with painting, because now that I've finally found the style that I want to do them in, and I also redid the way that I did power weapons. I might have shown this on both my chaos and my my fists, that they were sort of red. I decided with myself that I really like the look of it, and this guy will be my only exception with his lava blade thingy because of the story of that. Anyways, the rest will be going back to blue, or is back to blue. I have really done a few things, but I'll make a separate video, and I'm really quite happy with how that turned out. So yeah, following this will be maybe some footage. I don't think it turned out really well, and maybe some still pictures. I'm not really gonna comment on what's on those pictures. It's mainly, some of them is setup, army setup before a game, and one I forgot to do that, so it's after a game where I just asked if I could take a picture of his army, and go bother with all the deployments and, you know, mission types and all this. We can discuss this later if it's important. Anyways, oh yeah, there's probably gonna be some like scenic pictures in there, because I faced that guardsman player with so many models, and the white dwarf guys asked if we would just line them up, you know, for a picture, and we sort of set it up. I don't think you will ever see either white dwarf or you know, on the website blog, but it was fun just setting it up. He borrowed my defense line and all this, so there might be some pictures in there of that if they turned out good. I honestly haven't checked yet. Anyways, I think that's quite enough for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, thanks for watching. See ya!